I hope I'm the right direction. All right, let's see if anybody pops on. And yeah, I just wanted to come on and chat a little bit about our trip. Andy is out getting some work done right now, and Ellie is napping. So I figured now was a great time to pop on and go live. So I'll see if there's any questions once people start popping on. I gave no forewarning about this live video, so we'll see if anybody shows up. But it's so hard to schedule a live video on a Disney trip, especially when you have a toddler. You just have no idea when you're gonna have a free moment. So we have her napping in the bathroom right now, and Ellie is, yeah, she's napping, and then Andy is out on the balcony. We're all checked in at Copper Creek. I should have mentioned that. So I'm all checked in our room. I'm tilting my head because am I the right way? Do I need to flip the camera? Am I okay? Hi, this is my dream resort. Hopefully next year we can do a split stay. Okay, somebody let me know if I need to flip my camera because I'm horizontal right now and I'm having to tilt to read comments. So I hope this is okay. But yeah, so Andy's getting some work done, but we just checked in probably an hour ago, 2 hours ago. But we got here pretty early this morning. Flip it. You're sideways. Oh, okay. All right, guys, bear with me. All right, here we go. Okay. Oh, let me see if I can do it. Oh no, I'm gonna have to flip my phone upside down. Okay, you guys. Oh my gosh. Ah. Okay, here we go. I got my little tripod here. All right. I was clearly unprepared for this. Ugh. Okay. All right. Is that better? Are we good now? Okay. All right. We're good. All right. Well, let me pour my shorts down. Okay. How are you handling a toddler's schedule of sleep, making sure she isn't a complete disaster with meltdowns? Oh my word. Let me tell you, it has not been a breeze. So, all right, I'm still trying to get this situated. Oh, come on. Okay. All right, hopefully this doesn't fall over. Okay. All right. So basically, we started the trip going off of how she did on her first two trips when she was 10 months and 14 months. And so I thought, well, she did great napping in the stroller. I say great. I mean, at home, she takes a 3-hour nap. And then at Disney, she might nap, 45 minutes to an hour in the stroller, which is always perfectly fine. It's always been just good enough to get her through the rest of the day. And she might do that a couple of times. So I thought, we're good. She's going to do that this time. Well, it has not been the case. So we learned our first day at Epcot that she'll take like maybe a 15 or 20 minute cat nap in the stroller, but it's not great at all. She's tossing and turning. She doesn't really go to sleep. So any little picture you see of her sleeping is just a little moment. It's not actually a full-on nap. So we made the mistake of trying to force the naps to happen in the stroller. I wish, looking back on this week, that we had just taken a break in the middle of the day while she was happy and kind of beat it before the meltdown happened. Because especially yesterday, we just pushed it too hard, and it's not like we were doing all the rides and all the things. We were just strolling around the park, but it's just a lot for a toddler. And so we were hoping that she would nap. We had all, the whole setup. We reclined her back. We had her passy. We had, all the things. We had her little fan going, the shade, and it just wasn't happening. And so around 2-3 o'clock, she just came undone. And we pulled off to the side on Main Street. We found a little nook and she just fell apart. And so Andy and I are sitting there just thinking, I don't know what to do at this point. It was just one of those moments as a parent where you're just like watching people go by and they give you that look and they're like, oh, and you're like, yep, this is happening. Yep. So I was like, you know what? She's not getting better. Like, we need to leave and just go back to Bonnet Creek and let her nap. So we went back, and that worked out great because then, you know, by 5, 6 o'clock, she was ready to go again. And so then we got out for the evening and we did dinner and, you know, all the things. But looking back again, I wish that we had started each day knowing, okay, at lunchtime, we're gonna eat and then go back while she's happy and not wait for the meltdown. So that would be my biggest advice, is if you know your little one is not gonna nap in the stroller, just beat the meltdown and plan for a nap in the room, because your day is gonna go so much better if you just factor that into your schedule while they're happy. Even if it seems all is well, just do the nap back in the room. So we'll be there on Wednesday. I had leggings packed, but thinking I might need shorts. The high shows 82. What are your thoughts? Yeah, it was so hot this week. And hot, I mean, I know that's a relative term. I would say in the middle of the day, it got up to like 85. So for Florida, that's not too hot. But for December in Florida, it's pretty hot. So in the mornings and in the evenings, it feels perfect. I mean, light jacket, shorts, and we were perfectly comfortable. But yeah, middle of the day, it's shorts and a t-shirt, shorts and a tank top kind of weather. I mean, we were out at the pool today. So that's what I would recommend. But keep checking the weather, because the week before we came, the weather was saying that it would be like high 70s and a low of 50. So I had totally different outfits packed. And then by the time, maybe a day or two before we were supposed to leave, the weather completely changed and it was a low of 70 and a high of 85. So I had to totally repack our outfits and just replan a lot of our things. So that's what I'd recommend. Just keep checking back. Even the day before your trip, just check and see what the weather is gonna be, because it can change, I mean, a couple of days before. So, but it actually hasn't been too bad. It's been pretty comfortable, and especially if you're taking breaks in the hottest part of the day, then you'll be totally fine. So, and yeah, let me know if you have any other questions. So put them in the comments down below. But the other thing I was gonna chat about, and I'm debating if I should do a full video on this, is talking about Genie Plus. We only ended up utilizing Genie Plus for our Hollywood Studios day. So we did not do Genie Plus for Magic Kingdom, which that was the park I was most excited to try it out for, because there's the most rides and the most options. But based on how our Hollywood Studio day went, I think it was a wise decision for us personally to not do it, because Ellie just is not there yet. She's just not at an age where she's able to sit still in a ride, even if it's something that she's able to go on or something she would enjoy, like the Little Mermaid. Like, I thought this is gonna be perfect. Winnie the Pooh and Peter Pan, you know, all the little kid rides that you're so excited about, but she's just not, she's not there yet. And we did, if you follow me on Instagram, then you saw my little report back about Ratatouille. It was a disaster. We waited 25 minutes in line for this ride, and which 25 minutes doesn't seem like a long time, but with a toddler, it is a very long time. So we finally get to the front of the line and she was not having it anymore. She was done. We get on the ride and it has a lap pull down bar, which we learned after that ride is a no-go with her. She cannot handle the lap pull down bar and being held down or restrained. I mean, she just hates it. So she fell apart, was screaming. We had a cast member come up to us. They had to stop the whole ride and to ask us, do you guys want to get off and do rider swap? And we were like, we're on the ride. We made it this far. Please, let's just go. Like, maybe we're thinking once the ride gets going, she'll calm down. You know, there's lots going on, lots to see, but it was a lot. So this ride is very stimulating, just very like a lot going on. So you have the virtual 3D effect, and it does move and kind of jerk pretty quick. And I think it just startled her. There were lots of scenes that I think were a little too much for a 22-month-old. And I didn't know what to anticipate. I mean, I'd never ridden this before either. So yeah, it was just a lot for her and she did not do well. And we learned after that ride that the lap pull down bar, sitting in a cart type ride, it just wasn't gonna go well. She did good on Figment because it doesn't have that lap bar. She was able to kind of stand and we could kind of hold on to her a little bit. But yeah, she did not do well. So based off of that, and then Hollywood Studios, same thing. We did Toy Story Mania. Hey, Angie. we did Toy Story Mania, and same thing, we were thinking she'll sit in one of our laps, like she's gonna love this, and she'll pull the little, it's gonna be so cute, right? Well, no, the cast member kind of got onto us a little bit about not having the lap pull down bar pulled tight enough, and so this cast member pushed it very, very tight, and to the point where it was a little uncomfortable, and I almost asked, can we just get off and do this again? But it was already going, and it just all happened so quick. So the lap pull down bar was, it was pressing on Ellie pretty tight, and I probably would have been uncomfortable too. So she screamed that entire ride as well. I thought that, once we got going and she had the little wheels she could hang on to, but no. And she didn't even want my hands on it for some reason. She was like pushing my hands away. So after we had that second ride experience, and we decided after that the rides were going to be a no-go at Magic Kingdom, that we were just going to enjoy our day so much more if we avoided those kind of rides. So we're planning a trip for next year, December, January. How are the crowds? I would say, Andy just walked in. Want to join in?
Sorry, I was subscribing to some magazines.
So crowds. How are the crowds?
Like they were before the pandemic?
It honestly feels that way.
Yeah.
I would say it's back to normal Disney. It's very, very crowded. No social distancing. So if that makes you uncomfortable, maybe the holidays are not the best time to come because it's very, very crowded.
It says beginning of December, so I wouldn't.
That's true. We're not even into the Christmas
like the full
crowds.
Holiday swing, so.
I know. Yeah, but January is very different. Because then you're past the Christmas crowd.
Yep.
So January may be the time to come if you're wanting to avoid the crowds, just because by January, school's back, and people are back at work, and vacations are kind of wrapping up. So I would say if I had to pick the two and you're trying to avoid crowds, go in January.
First week of December.
I would say is the most moderate week out of the
week,
Thanksgiving, Christmas
the week
time.
after New Year's.
Yeah. So, but if that's your goal, but if you're thinking I've got to be here for Christmas time and you want to see the decorations, then this first / second week of Christmas.
They're not going to stop you from coming to the parks, that's for sure.
I don't know. You wonder why the park pass availability thing, parks start to fill up, but then there's still so many people. So it does make you wonder, are they capping this at a certain number? I don't know, but it's a lot. It's very crowded. It feels like Christmas at Disney World, that's what it feels like. And that you're signing up for that pretty much. We knew coming this week or this time of year, especially, that there are going to be crowds. Did you do Genie Plus? So I did touch on a minute ago that we did Genie Plus for our Hollywood Studios Day, but not Magic Kingdom. Oh, I missed that question. Okay, would prefer the lower crowds, but my wife would really like to see Christmas at Disney. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, after Thanksgiving, they put up the Christmas decorations, and so you can still come the first week of December, have somewhat moderate crowds, not insane, and it's probably the way to do it.
Yeah. So.
Or when did they take them down?
Oh, I don't know, January 5th, 6th. So you could still go into the first week of January and still see Christmas decorations here.
It might be cool to see the change, the overnight change.
And then it's just gone one morning.
So you come to Magic, if you do Magic Kingdom 2 days in a row.
2 days in a row. It'll just be gone overnight,
Then one day you might come, and then the next day
you're just what happened?
They're
total
gone.
Overhaul, I know. But back to Genie Plus.
Actually might like to see that.
It'd be really interesting, I know. But Genie Plus, we did Hollywood Studios, and it was, I would say it took a little bit of adjusting that morning. I was on right at 7 a.m. to purchase Mickey and Minnie's because I knew that was one we wanted to ride. It ended up not going very well with Ellie Rose, but
had it been the two of us,
it would have been amazing. I was really excited about that one, so we went ahead and just purchased it to guarantee that we would get on it. And at 7 a.m., the soonest that was available, no, I remember what happened. So because we were staying off property, I could not purchase a lightning lane until until we got to the park at 9 a.m. But I could make my first lightning lane just regular lightning lane ride at 7 a.m. So I hope that makes sense. So I didn't have the ability to purchase one, but I could book a standard ride because we were staying off site. If we had been at, Copper Creek like we are right now, then I could have booked a regular lightning lane at 7 a.m. and purchased one at 7 a.m. So because we had to wait, I was able to purchase Mickey and Minnie's at 9 a.m. and I believe the soonest time was 2:50. Yeah.
It's real simple, I promise.
I would love a video for all of us newbies, like what is Genie Plus, Rider Spot, Fast Pass, Lightning Lane, and then you do early and sign up for ride time. Cool. Yeah, I know there's a lot to it. It is confusing, and especially when you think you're a pro at Fast Pass and you're like, all right, we got this down, like we can do it, and then all of a sudden you have to figure out a whole new system, and yeah, you feel like a newbie all over again.
It's another language, to be honest.
It really is. I'm still trying to figure out what to call. I'm like, regular lightning lane rides and then individual paid attractions, and there's no short term for it that is easy to explain.
Needless to say, we miss the old system.
I kind of do, but
yes.
I know everyone is going to adapt to it and it'll become the new normal, but I will say I didn't feel like it was very user friendly.
It also lagged a little bit, so it's I don't know, when you're scrolling it scrolls, I don't know, it's a little slow, and then
I don't know if that was just me, but
at least I experienced a couple times where I saw a lightning lane.
Lightning lane,
still learning.
I know.
And clicked on it, and then
and
within
gone.
A matter of milliseconds, it was gone. So
yeah, and then by the time you go back and refresh, then the next time available, it's already an hour later. Fancy rides, yeah, I have seen her call that, so maybe that's what I call it too. Fancy rides, the paid ones. So at Hollywood, it would be Mickey and Minnie's, and Rise of the Resistance are the fancy rides, the ones you pay for. So, but yeah, it's you got to move quick, and you're on your phone all day long checking to see what the next one is. You can't modify them, which really stinks. So once you're locked in, you only have the option to cancel.
Yeah. So Fast Passes,
kind of
you used to be able to book one, and then that increased your odds in the algorithm to adjust, modify, and get a different one. And
it's like we had it all figured out. It was this whole thing,
we were...
Yeah, so now you can't modify lightning lanes. So if you want something different, you got to cancel and just try again, and you're probably, all the sooner times are going to be gone by then, by the time you cancel, so you're better off just sticking with what you have, and, so there's a lot to it. And we ended up only riding 3 lightning lane rides, and then 1 purchased ride, 1 fancy ride. So we did 4 rides. So I think without a toddler, we probably could have done more lightning lanes, but I still think we got our money's worth for it, and I'm glad we tried it. How we ended up spending $30 plus tax for lightning lane, and then or for Genie Plus. Mm-hmm. Sorry, see, the lingo is it's still. And then I believe Mickey and Minnie's was $9 each, I want to say. So yeah, I mean, it adds up really, really quick. And then especially if you want to do Rise of the Resistance on top of that, you're looking at a pretty pricey day, especially if you're a family of 4 or 5. I mean, that's a lot of money just on rides. So you kind of have to weigh it, what are you going to get done? And
how much longer would you have waited if you didn't purchase?
For which ride? If we had done Mickey and Minnie's, I believe the ride all day long was a 75-minute wait. That was pretty much where it was at all day long. I think right when we got there at 9 a.m., it was at a 60-minute wait. That was the lowest time I saw, and that's because they do the early park entry for resort guests.
And maybe this is just us, but even today, so we did Teacups, and it had a 15-minute wait, and I mean, for just us at least, with a toddler, a 15-minute wait felt like a 30-minute wait. And she was just getting antsy towards the end of it. So anything over 15 minutes, we kind of just rule out.
Yeah, there's no way we can do anything over 15 minutes with a toddler.
Yeah, so if we did not, had we not done the lightning lane, we would not have done it at all.
We wouldn't have been able to do anything without the lightning lane because pretty much everything was 45 minutes or over. That was just the standby line for pretty much any ride. So unless you are rope dropping something and you are a resort guest and you do the early theme park entry, or you wait until a few minutes right before park close, those are going to be the best standby options if you don't want to do Genie Plus, but you're still looking to get a lower wait time. That's what I would suggest. But yeah, it's Genie Plus is like, it's a whole new world. But I'm really, again, I'm glad we skipped it for Magic Kingdom. So I was sharing earlier, if you just hopped on, that we decided after Hollywood Studios not to do Genie Plus for our 2 Magic Kingdom days because Ellie is just not there yet with rides and being able to, I don't know what the word is. She's just not there yet. I don't know how else to explain it. She just can't handle it.
Yeah. Well said.
I know. She can't handle it yet. Having to sit still in, a little cart or with the lap pull down bar, she's just, she's 22 months old. So toddlers under 3, do they need Genie Plus? No. So if under 3, if you don't have a park ticket, then you don't have to purchase Genie Plus. So she was able to come on all the rides with us. Of course, the ones that she was able to. Like Toy Story Mania, Mickey and Minnie's, we had Genie Plus, so we were able to go through the Lightning Lane with her. So that's how that worked. But yeah, we just skipped it for Magic Kingdom, and we were able to we did the carousel, we did teacups, we met Mickey. So there's still a lot you can do without Genie Plus. So I think that's another misconception is don't feel like you have to do Genie Plus to have a great time or have a good day or even ride different things in the park. I mean, if you're willing to, you could wait 30 to 45 minutes for Peter Pan or It's a Small World. There's Mickey's Spill Our Magic was I think a 15-minute wait all morning.
Yeah, but big shows like that, they're just cycling groups of people.
Yeah, but there's things you can do without Genie Plus. The teacups.
And we like the Hall of Presidents. I think that's really cool.
Carousel of Progress,
that's another
People
thing.
Mover.
Yeah.
So there's a lot you can do at Magic Kingdom without Genie Plus, and I knew that, so it made me feel a little bit better about skipping out on Genie Plus and just kind of saving our money because we knew we just wouldn't take advantage of it. How are the lines for food? Hard to get lunch still? Not at all. So pretty much everything is mobile order at this point.
It's actually
it's really nice, actually.
Really well.
Yeah. So I'm able to open the app and I'm able to select the soonest window. So when it gives you the options, you can select, future wait times and go ahead and order your food 2 hours from now, but you can also select now to 12:15.
Yeah.
So
it's
all
they
of
called
windows,
Dan Cathy from Chick-fil-A and was like, hey, how do we get more efficient? And then he was like, here's what you do.
Yeah.
That's because Chick-fil-A, let's just be real, they got it going on. And so now things are kind of picking up. At Disney, the mobile order is super
great.
convenient. Mm-hmm. They do great.
We're able to just walk right in and pick up our food. There's always a table. So yeah, we haven't had any issues with mobile order. I don't even know if I think some places where you could just walk in and not do mobile order if you don't want to, but I think why not do mobile order because it makes it so much easier.
I think they're able to control how many people are in the building at a time and stuff too.
Probably,
and they're monitoring foot traffic and So
yeah,
I think that's
so
another reason why they're pushing mobile orders so much.
Yeah, and then you do mobile check-in for any sit-down restaurant, so you can be 10 minutes away walking to your dining reservation and do mobile check-in on the app, and then usually it's I would say 5 to 10 minutes before your table is ready. Sometimes it's ready immediately, but I would say for the most part our tables are ready within 5 to 10 minutes. So I do the mobile check-in, and then by the time we get to the restaurant I get a text saying that our table's ready and we can just walk right in. So that part's really nice too, so you don't even have to check in with the hostess stand or anything like that. You can just bypass all that and do it directly on the app, which is really, really nice. Yeah. So yeah, that's been really great.
If you're a 5 on the Enneagram like I am, talking to people, sometimes it's just not desirable.
Avoid people at all costs.
I don't feel like peopling today, so.
Which is a great fit for Disney World. Yeah. I don't feel like peopling today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That needs to be a t-shirt.
Oh gosh, I know.
Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to think of any other little tidbits from our trip that would be helpful.
With questions.
Oh, that was really loud. I'm trying to think what else. I know we talked about Toddler, Disney with a Toddler, Genie Plus, mobile order, crowds, weather. Anything else? I don't know. I am loving the Wilderness Lodge. So This has been really, really nice. We came here this morning. We got here around 9:30, and we dropped our bags at Bell Services, and then we took the boat over to Magic Kingdom, which was really, really nice. It makes me wish that we could have afforded to stay here all week long.
Wasn't in the budget for this one.
Well, and Bonnet Creek was already paid for, so we kind of,
That's true.
We had to stay
and we
there.
still have a credit left, which is...
We still have $74 left in a credit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
We ended up paying $90 a night for our Bonnet Creek, our 2-bedroom at Bonnet Creek.
Upgraded.
Yeah.
Well, we paid for one.
We paid for a 1-bedroom. Yeah. When are you going back?
Well, we missed a question. Hold on.
Oh.
Did you get to Disney Springs? Not yet.
No, we haven't done Disney Springs. Are we even going to go to Disney Springs? Maybe tomorrow? After we check out?
It in today?
No, we're going to go see the fireworks tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
they have a bourbon bar I'd personally love to go
Yeah,
to. So
we got to go to the bourbon bar at Polite Pig.
Yeah.
Yes. So probably tomorrow. So we're doing breakfast at Whispering Canyon tomorrow morning. And I made it for, I think, like around 8 a.m. because I knew we're just literally right down the hall. We didn't even have to take an elevator to get to our room. We're just right off the lobby.
Yeah.
Like, you literally turn the corner and we're in the lobby. So that's really, really nice. So we'll do breakfast at Whispering Canyon tomorrow morning. And then after that, we don't even have to head to the airport until 2:30. So we have all afternoon. So we'll probably do Disney Springs then. Yeah. Okay, I think the next question was Ashley's. When are we going back? So I'm actually going back in 6 weeks.
There's a few reasons why.
So we booked this trip how long ago? Like a few weeks ago? A few weeks before this trip.
Yeah.
And why did we book it? I think I wanted to go so bad.
Because
I
Ellie
remember,
she turns 2.
I remember the reasoning. So I wanted to take her one more time before she turns 2 years old because of the whole mask thing. Honestly, like, that's just me being honest.
Yeah.
She has never worn a mask before, and I don't see it going well. And I think that
I just don't want to put one on her. Like, I don't feel like she would do well.
She didn't do well on the plane, and
we could get banned from Southwest, which would be a disaster.
I can't imagine
great.
how poorly our flight went. I can't imagine trying to put a mask on her in that same scenario. So I have a feeling that once she turns 2, being able to fly with her until masks on planes are no longer a thing, which could be a really long time. I don't know. We won't be able to fly with her.
Yeah.
That's just that's our reality.
Yeah, and like if we come back, we'll
have to drive.
We'll rent a car in Nashville, and then we'll drive through the night, and then arrive here.
Yeah, we won't be able to fly with her
next morning,
again. So that was my reasoning. I was like, I really want to go. And my birthday is January 27th. So
Whoop, whoop.
I was like, all right, well, this will be perfect because it'll be kind of like my like birthday little trip.
Yep.
And we'll just go for a couple of nights, and it'll be right before she turns 2, so we can still fly with her. And so we're just coming for literally 2 nights. We'll be here for 3 days. Andy is actually staying back, and it's just gonna be me and Ellie Rose.
Gonna hold it down.
I'm feeling more equipped after this trip, I think, knowing how best to do Disney with her. So I feel more confident, honestly, and I'm glad we did this together.
Glad.
Rather than me figuring it out by myself. So I think it'll go much better when I'm back in a few weeks. We're staying at Bay Lake Tower, so we'll be right there, right by Magic Kingdom. So that was my idea. I was like, we don't even have to get on any kind of transportation.
Mm-hmm.
We can just walk right to Magic Kingdom. And then we also have the monorail if we want to go over to Epcot for Festival of the Arts. So I think it's going to be great. I'm actually feeling excited for it.
I kind of hate that it took us sort of all week to figure out
I know
what works for her.
Yeah.
And at this age and stage. So like,
yeah.
I don't know.
But we got it.
I wish
Today's
we
a
could
good
like
day, though.
we could start over and like know what we know now. So
I know every age is just so different though. So I know like if we come back, I say if it was if we come back with her next year, we're talking about
Valid
how
statement.
we're like, can we just leave her behind? Like we're just gonna go to Disney, just the two of us, like how it used to be.
Don't report us to Child Protective Services, but like
We'll just leave her with your mom. Like she's not coming again. No, it wasn't that bad. But so, what was the next question? Loved watching
the
the
fireworks and light pageant from Geyser Point.
Oh my
cool,
gosh. I think we're gonna eat at Geyser Point tonight, actually.
Yeah.
So we'll head down there and do dinner, and then take the boat over and do fireworks at Magic Kingdom and end the night.
That's a non-negotiable.
Yeah. So I think it'll be fun.
I'll be there in 6 weeks too. Awesome.
Oh, so fun. Okay, so maybe I'm in 7 weeks then, because we're going the 25th, January 25th.
Yep.
We come back on the 27th. So yeah. So it'll just be 3 days, 2 nights. My boys are 5 and 7 now, and it's a different adventure.
Yeah.
I know. So
like I'm sure the ride options open up for you because they're a little bit older and different age and stage.
yeah.
Which
But-
we're kind of eager to get there, honestly. But
I know. But I'm thinking, even next year, almost 3 is very different than almost 2.
Yep.
So she may not have a problem in a year sitting in one of the rides with the lap pull down bar. Like that may not be an issue at all next year. So it's so, I don't know.
It's hit or miss. And you just don't know until you try.
Yeah, you just have no idea. And I think embracing that every trip when you have little ones is going to look completely different every single time, because their needs change really every few months. I mean, they're going through a different, stage developmentally. And so we're going with the flow. So like this afternoon, we hoped that our room would be ready earlier. And I had thought, if we can request our room to be ready at noon or 1, we can get in and do a nap and the whole thing. But of course our room wasn't ready at noon or 1 o'clock. It was ready at 2 o'clock. So, pushed our day back. But you just have to be flexible and kind of go with the flow. And she's napping now, so it all worked out. Like, it's great. We're able to do this video.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I leave my kids at home all the time and go to Disney without him, an adult only. Yes. Yes. That's seriously us.
We've talked about it.
Well, I think we've done Disney, just the two of us, for so many years that that's how we've
4
years, plural, yeah.
I wouldn't say
So-
4 is like so many. How many do you think
we don't go once a
quantifies
year.
so many?
We've done so many trips in 4 years.
Okay, yeah.
How
true.
about that?
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, so we're just used to doing Disney together.
We've got our rhythm. We've got our flow.
And so that's just what we enjoy, and not that we haven't enjoyed being here with her, but
I feel like I'm about to tip over.
I know, lean in here, lean up. But we do miss Disney, just the two of us.
And okay, so on the boat ride back from Magic Kingdom, we saw I'm like drawing a blank.
Boat back to Magic Kingdom.
From Magic Kingdom back here this afternoon.
I
The
don't know what you're
rooms
talking
on the
about.
water.
The cabins.
The cabins. We talked about, let's just daydream 10-year anniversary.
Yeah,
What
staying
if
at
we
the
just
cabins.
stayed there for a full week?
Has anyone stayed at a cabin before? Like, please tell me.
If so, what do you do for a living?
Seriously.
And are you hiring? Because
The cabins look incredible. But like a trip like that, we were like,
10-year, we're
that
not
needs to be
bringing-
just the two of us. We
Yeah.
don't want to bring a child to
Yeah.
to experience that with us. I don't know, but something like that, or if we stay in like a 1-bedroom at the Grand Floridian, or something that's like a splurge kind of a trip, I think we would want it to be just us.
Yeah.
Because
Or
just like Disney,
Club
like
level
adult
at
version
Polynesian
of Disney.
would be like a dream of mine.
Yeah, club level. That would be nice.
Yeah.
We've done club level at Boardwalk,
Yep.
and I can't imagine doing that with a toddler though.
I mean,
Like-
yeah. But if it was just the two of us, I'd do
Right.
club level all day.
I know. So
Yeah.
anyway, but we are enjoying, I know we're talking about how like we miss it, just the two of us,
Yeah.
but we are enjoying Disney with Ellie Rose. Like, it's really sweet, even though we have some really hard, challenging moments with her. But we also have the really sweet moments where she's on the carousel saying, happy now, happy now. Like, just those are the moments that I said this in a post yesterday, but like, these are the moments that make it worth it to take your toddler to Disney. Because it is hard. It's really, really hard being here, and you have to sacrifice what you want to do. I want to be down at the pool right now sipping on a margarita. I want to be walking down Main Street, like, you know, like all the things that we would do, just us. But our trip just looks different, and you know, there's different joys with the trip. You know, it just looks different. So I think those are the things we have to hold on to and remember.
Yeah, distant memories.
Distant memories. No, it's been good, but especially when she gets up from a nap, it's gonna be smooth sailing the rest of the evening. So it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, I think there was one last. Yeah, if you have any last questions, oh my gosh, we're over like 35 minutes. So I know. Let me know if you have any last questions. Oh, hey, Kim. You can always leave Ellie Rose with Mimi and Poppy. Yes. Well, that's our plan, so don't worry. So
Talk about that.
I know. That's what we're hoping. We'll split her up with the grandparents, and we'll be at Disney, and we'll wave goodbye.
Living our best life.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if there are
questions.
no more questions, I know I'm going to call it so this video isn't forever long, but I am so excited for these vlogs. They're going to be a little spotty. Oh, some days are better than others. So if there's like huge gaps in the day, just go ahead and assume that Ellie Rose was screaming in that gap.
Yep. If it looks like 9 o'clock in the morning and then 7 p.m. at night, then
yeah, just go ahead and assume that.
We had a difficult day. So.
All right. Well, again, I'm really excited for the vlogs. I cannot wait to share this trip with you guys. It's been really, really fun, and we're going to see Enchantment for the first time tonight. We missed it last night, so this is our last chance.
Yeah. Hope Ellie Rose responds to the fireworks like she responded.
Oh, she loved Harmonious.
Epcot,
loved it. Yeah. So high hopes for tonight. So I'm really excited to see Enchantment. But yeah, I'm really, really excited. So thank you guys so much for everyone who's been following along with us over on Instagram and watching our stories. Yeah, it just means a lot. So thank you guys for joining. And yeah, we'll see you in our next vlog. All right. Bye, guys.